The Defense Headquarters say proactive security measures have been put in place to prevent attacks during the Christmas festivities across the country. In a statement on Sunday, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Michael Onoja, said the Armed Forces of Nigeria, working with other security agencies, have intensified operations in areas identified as vulnerable. He explained that surveillance activities, including aerial monitoring and intelligence gathering, have been have been stepped up to track the movement and communication of suspected criminal groups. According to the Defense Headquarters, unit commanders have been directed to strengthen patrols, establish fortified checkpoints, and maintain close collaboration with community leaders, local vigilante groups, and state security formations. The military assured Nigerians that protecting lives and property remains a top priority as citizens prepare to celebrate the festive season. Major General Onoja also urged the public to remain vigilant and to promptly report any suspicious activities to the security agencies. Now, to speak more on this, we're joined by a security analyst, Darlington Umoru. Darlington, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us once again. Let's begin with the security measures announced by the Defense Headquarters. How effective are these steps likely to be in preventing attacks during this Christmas season? Darlington?
Well, how effective they would be? That's a big question. Until we see actions and reaction, we won't be able to tell how effective what has been dished out from the Defense Ministry would be. Instructions have been given. We have been told how much they are doing, who has been deployed, to where, and all of that to ensure the safety. It's what we hear every year. But of course, you are aware and you know that for every yearly season, the terrorists would always want where people gather most and then strike. The bandits would want to pick up people from large gatherings so that they can have a lot of people. Transporters are moving. They want to get people kidnapped on the road. They also want to go to churches and mosques, all those places, to pick up people because they will be having a large number of persons gathering in those places. Talking about effectiveness, what the military has told us is how much security is being put in place to ensuring that there's less or minimal of the activities of these terrorists on the innocent persons.
Okay, Darlington, so the military, let's take a look at the tools that are at hand. Now, the military says it has intensified aerial surveillance and also intelligence gathering. I'm wondering how crucial these tools are in detecting threats.
Could you take that question again?
I said the army says it's deployed aerial surveillance and intelligence gathering, and I'm wondering whether this will aid in any way.
There has not been any time when they have not deployed surveillance, area surveillance, whether with the use of the UAVs or the use of aircraft, surveillance aircraft to do surveillance. Well, of course, I have often said that one of the ways we could win this war is first to gather enough intel and then be able to use them. That's the only time we could be proactive, or the military could be proactive. But in the absence of intel gathering, irrespective of whatever gadget or equipment you want to use, then you are only going to be proactive, waiting for them to hit, and then you go back and then want to be reactionary, whatever you call it. But in all of this, I think the army has always been using whether the UAVs or the surveillance aircraft to gather intelligence, which is intel, and then in other words, know where they are gathering, see where they are gathering, be able to think out what their next steps could be, and then know how to counter all of that before they strike. But this is one of the seasons where we know that the terrorists would always want to strike. They have soft targets, they have victims, people are traveling across the nation. There are traffic everywhere, and this traffic are not also helping matters. because when there's traffic, people are held on, and then it makes the targets very easy for these terrorists, particularly the bandits, those who want to kidnap, to demand for ransom. Otherwise, what the military defense has told us is supposed to ordinarily be the primary responsibility of the intelligence agency. Apparently, that's why they also said that they want to work with the intelligence agencies and then to be able to achieve what they want to achieve. If you ask me, I think it should be more of looking for how to tackle the terrorists that are wanting to protect the civilians within town and on the roads. Well, I think more of it, like we said, the police were withdrawn from the SPU recently. We are expected to see more of them on the road. The Minister for Defense has said that is going to withdraw all military men at checkpoints, that we do not need military men at checkpoints, which is absolutely correct. Where we need these military men are core areas where at the theater. Those we need at checkpoint to see at checkpoints are the intelligence units, intelligence agencies, the police, the DSS, the NSCDC, and the rest of them. They are supposed to be the ones manning, playing the role of internal security.
Well, Umoru, you've just mentioned two different categories of people who need protection: those who are traveling for the Yuletide, and actually the small communities that seem to be flashpoints when it comes to violence. And I'm wondering how critical grassroots intelligence is in this case. When we talk about the collaboration with local leaders and local vigilantes, how important is that collaboration?
Well, beyond the local vigilantes, I think we also have the forest guards. Those of them that have just been put into operation, who have gone through training. All of these are supposed to work at the grassroots level, including the hunters, and then a little assistance from the military, perhaps in terms of training, and then in terms of execution, or where the war is ravaging beyond the strength of these bodies, and then you call for assistance from the military. Otherwise, for grassroots, you need the police, you need the DSS, we need the artificial intelligence, and then we need the human intelligence meeting at a point. And then you also have the surveillance.
I think we might have lost our guest there, but thank you very much, Darlington, for joining us anyway. I think you made your strong points.